Hello, hello, hello. This is Els coming to you from Beamer's Crafty Corner, and I got something new for you. Do you have these? Do you have embossing folders? Do you? Do you? Mm-hmm. We all do. At least got one or two, right? Do you happen to have a stack of these? Yeah. We've each got a few of these, right? All right. I've got a technique to show you how to combine this and this together and make something really cool. So I will be right back with a supply list, and see, I'm not giving this one away. I'll be right back with a supply list in just a few seconds, and we shall get started, okay? You're back. Okie dokie, supply list. Embossing folders. Those pesky napkins, some cardstock, a trimmer, and you want a glue that you can spread out. So either take your Aleene's and thin it a little bit, use a glue stick, or some other glue that you can like really thin, and don't use Mod Podge on this, okay? You really don't want to do that. And the reason you don't want to do that is because, well, you know, it's Mod Podge. It leaves everything wet and shiny and we don't want that. Okay? So, first things first, let's get a napkin. Now, if you've never done this before, where have you been? We're going to use this one. So what you do is open up the napkin, okay, and you just put a little piece of tape on the back here and pull it up. And that is going to remove your back piece. Now, some napkins are 3-ply, so you may have to do this a second time. Don't just yank it off of there either. I mean, you don't have to sit here and go really super slow. Like, you don't have to be like, but, you know, don't just yank it. All right. So we're going to get that off. And then I am going to, because this one's only the one piece, I'm going to go ahead and cut this out. You know, because we want our image. We don't want the white stuff. Okay. That one, and I'm going to cut this one out too. Might as well do it while I'm here, you know? Okay. Alright. So I have my 2 pieces of napkin. And I have cardstock, and now I'm going to find complimentary. Something that's complimentary. I like the butterflies. Okay? So I'm going to cut a piece of cardstock to fit in here. 5 inches. So we're going to cut this down to 5 inches. By 7. Oh, 5 by 7. And it's 8.5. So we're going to cut it 1.5 inches off, and this should fit in there. And it does. It's a beautiful thing. Okay, I'm going to get this out of the way. Now, we're going to put glue on this. So, I'm going to get out something to protect my work surface, and I'll be right back. Alrighty. Glue. I'm going to put glue all over this piece of cardstock. And I mean everything. Every single inch of it. And then I'm going to take my napkin, and this one's not quite big enough, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put one at that part, and then I'm going to put one over here. Okay? And I'm going to press it down. Now, you can use a brayer to do this. You can just use your hand, use the side of your bone folder, whatever it is. But you want to just press that on. And then we're going to trim this off. Where, oh, where are my icky sticky scissors? Oh, where have they gone? I have a pair of icky sticky scissors just for this purpose. My icky stickies. There's my icky stickies. These are my icky sticky scissors. Okay. So I'm going to trim this off. Doesn't have to be perfect, just rough. Oh, you guys are going to love this. This napkin does not want to cut. Okay. All right. And then I'm going to put this in here. Okay? I'm going to run this through my machine. Yep. Hold on, I'll be right back. Okay. Ran this through the machine. Open it up. Take the paper out. Let's look at the other side first. See? Embossed. Embossed. Can you see that? Come on. Focus well, focus well. So there's a little butterfly here and here and here. So now I can take this piece, and let's say I want to do a pocket that's 3 1/4 high. Let's trim this part down so we have a straight line to work with. And of course you have to let this dry very well. So let's say, cut this part off. All right, I want to do a pocket that's 3 1/4 high. And so I'm just going to trim this part off. There we go. And this part. So we want to do 3 1/4 high. So let's go this way because we want that, because that's cool. Okay, so 3 1/4. So when you're cutting this, just to be sure, do the plunge method. Okay, go about halfway in, plunge in your trimmer if you're using this kind of a slide trimmer, and then go from there. All right, so that's 3 1/4, and let's say 5 1/2. No, 4 1/2. That's about normal for me. Plunge, pull, push, okay? And then I put my finger nip in. We'll just use this because it's here. And there you go. Look at that, right? Gorgeous? Okay, I'm going to do it one more time with a different napkin, you know, different thing. But I'll be right back, okay? All right, so I have another half one here. So I'm going to trim this. And then I'm going to take the back off, just like we did on the other one. Just like that. Okay. Out of the way. This folder, we're going to measure our folder. Four by 5.5. Okay. Five and a half. 4. Glue. We're not going to use that one. I hate that one. Let's get rid of it. Let's use I always think that's going to take too long for that to dry. You know what I mean? We're just going to use our glue stick. So it's just easier. And the truth is that once you put this through the machine, it's going to press it down anyway. All right. So glue, 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 glue. I don't know why this glue is more aggressive than the other glue. Like, you know, the song for glue stick apparently is more aggressive than the one that we usually sing for regular glue. All right, so we have that on there. We're going to find that spot on our napkin that we want to use. Okay. Yeah, we didn't quite get there. It's okay. It's going to be wrinkles anyway, right? All right, we're going to let that dry. Once it's dry, we're going to put it in. I'm going to cut this piece off the bottom first, and then we're going to put this in and run it through the machine to emboss, and then we'll see what we've got. Okay, so we have run this through the machine. And it is completely dry. There's our embossing. As you can see, it's embossed on the front too. So I'm going to cut this down. And all I'm doing is taking that little lip off. There's a little lip, you know, on an embossing folder. It kind of goes all the way around. So we're just going to take that off. Alrighty. So now we have our piece. And let's say we wanted to, oh, I don't know, make a card. Okay? You want to make a card. So, we would get a card base, and we would do this up right. So give me a second. I'm going to get a card base out and everything else, and I'm going to show you how to do it. I'll be right back. All right, so you are sending a happy mail to somebody. So you want to include a little card, okay? So cut a card base. A card base is a sheet of 8.5 by 11 cut in half so that it is 5.5 by 4 and 5.5 by 8.5, and then you score that at 4 1/4 and fold it in half, and you end up with something that's 5.5 by 4 1/4. Okay, so 5.5 by 4 1/4, which means we want this at 5 1/4 by 4. Perfect. And that fits on there very nicely. We will round the corners. Ink. And then we're going to glue this down. You could tape it, you could glue it, you can do anything you want with it. Center. Got it. That piece out. That piece out. There we go. Okay. Alrighty. And then I'm going to pull this out. Yes, this is how we watch Els go crazy. And this goes on here. So I'm going to add a little bit of glue. Normally I would, get out a little sponge and do this with a little sponge, but I'm being really lazy right now, so I'm just going to, put this on. Come on, a little bit on the eye there. Put that down. Get rid of the glue on my hands. I've got a little bit over here that needs to get down. Okay. And then put this on just like that. might add a flower. And then I'm also going to cut a piece of white cardstock. For the inside. So same size as I cut for the backing. So 4 inches by 5 1/4. I'm going to put the same rounded corner on it, ink it up. And I would probably ink this in like purple ink, like a dark purple, but this is what I have out right now, so it's what we're using. Put this up, center this, then you can stamp or add whatever your sentiment is. And that is something else that you can do with this. That's it. That's all I have for you today. So, you know, you can use this to make a pocket and put it on a journaling page. How cool is that? You can use it to do like a front on a card, or this could even be the front of a small journal if you want it to. Maybe you just want to do a whole page like this and just have a page in your journal, and you can do that, of course, as well. So a simple use for your embossing folders and all those napkins that we collect. Dozens and dozens and dozens of them. So that's all I have for you today. If you have any questions or anything, go ahead and put those in the comment section below. As always, the instructions, measurements, whatever, I'll put the measurements for the card in the description box below for you. And that's it. Listen, if you're new here and you haven't done so already, go ahead and hit that button for me and subscribe. Like me, ring my bell, share me with all your friends, and your friends can be my friends, and my friends can be your friends, and our friends can be friends. Before you know it, we have a giant crafting community. I go live on Wednesdays, Thursdays, Fridays, and Sundays at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. That's 11, 12, and 1 across the country, or 8 o'clock over in Hawaii. I also post videos on Mondays and Wednesdays. Starting in 2022, I have 2 different 2022 ideas going on. The first one is my 12 of 22 mini journal challenge. It is a single signature sewn in journal, no smaller than 4 by 6, no larger than 6 by 9, no less than 3 signature pages, no more than 7. And the topic or theme is announced on the 1st of the month. You have until the 3rd of the following month to submit. The more participation I get, the bigger the prize gets. Well, it's not even a prize, it's, you know, it's a thank you. The bigger the thank you gets. And let's see what else. And then my 12 of my classes of 2022, I'm doing some free classes on Saturdays. I'll release a video on Saturday morning, and then Saturday afternoon I go live to walk you through kind of what was in the video and answer any questions that you may have. That's all I have for you until the next time. Stay safe. Bye-bye.